Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Just some Steelers news and updates, of course, on daily updates and stuff. As you guys know, training camp is on Thursday, so we have a video about that, discussing the things that happened there, with the media, talking about as well, and the workouts and the different matchups, in practices. We love to see everything. They probably get more to those kind of later. I think probably next week we start seeing the 7-shot drills and all the cool things, of course, with the players going at it. But I want to discuss and talk about, of course, just some some Steelers news and stuff. I seen, of course, I believe it was on Behind the Steel Curtain. They was doing a projection, right to their list, a projection of the 53-man roster that could possibly be the Steelers roster in 2025. So they had the quarterbacks. They had Aaron Rodgers, Mason Rudolph, and Will Howard, which is basically probably gonna be. I think what is his name? The Dolphins quarterback who's on our team, Skylar Thompson. Yeah, Skylar Thompson is still on the roster, but I don't know if he's gonna make it fully. And you look at the running backs, they said Jalen Warren, Caleb Johnson, Kenneth Gainwell, and Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon, of course, I think he was on Ohio State. He had potential, of course, coming out of college, but he had the injuries. He was on the Colts a little bit, played pretty good with them here and there. I think he probably be the last running back. I don't know if Cordell Patterson is going to make the roster. I know Arthur Smith loves him a lot. Unless they have him playing something else, labeled as something else. I don't know if he's going to make it or not, because we could save a little money, actually, if you did part ways a little bit. I don't think he's not still here, right? Is Cordell Patterson still here? Let me make sure. I don't think we released him, right? Cordell Patterson. No, he's still on the team. Yeah, he's still on the team right now. So we'll see what happens, of course, with Cordell Patterson, if the situation with that, because I have no idea. Moving on to the next, they had the wide receivers. They had DK Metcalf, of course. Somebody said Amari Cooper, Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson, Robert Woods, and Ben Skoranek. In my opinion, I don't think Amari Cooper is coming. I feel like the Steelers was going to bring a free agent receiver. They would have done it already by now. The Steelers do have some money, of course, in cap space. A good amount of money actually left. We can wait and carry that over for next season, because as you guys know, some contracts will be expired off, because a lot of these guys are one-year deals. But I don't think Amari Cooper is coming to the Steelers. I like that to happen. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he does come, but I hope it's probably going to be somebody else. It most likely be a trade if the Steelers was to bring in a receiver, maybe Jawan Jennings, like we keep mentioning, or maybe somebody completely different. I did do a video discussing some receivers. You probably see that later today, so I'll probably dive into that more, but I don't know if it's going to be Amari Cooper. Moving on to tight ends, Pat Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith, Darnell Washington. On the big three tight ends, Jonnu Smith being a Pro Bowler, being the best out of the bunch, and Pat Freiermuth kind of that borderline Pro Bowler level type play, and Darnell Washington, we know he had a lot of potential. That lineup going to be crazy when we start doing 13 personnel sets in the red zone like that and start creating mismatches. They're going to be crazy for opposing teams to try to stop. Offensive linemen, they have Broderick Jones, Isaac Seumalo, Zach Frazier, Mason McCormick, Troy Fautanu, Spencer Anderson, Calvin Anderson, and Max Scarping. So that'd be the offensive line. I don't think they're going to add anybody else. Maybe take one of these guys out, add somebody else like that. You want to add some different pieces and stuff, but both Andersons will probably be the swing tackles, of course. But we'll see what kind of goes on. And you can never have too many offensive linemen, do different things. Defensive linemen, they have Cam Hayward, Keanu Benton, Derek Harmon, Daniel Okule, Isaiah Loudermilk, Dean Lowry, and Yaha Black as the 7 guys up front. Edge rushers, of course, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig, Jack Sawyer. Linebackers, Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Cole Holcomb, Malik Harris, and who I forgot was on the team, the former Raven. I forgot he was on the team. Mark Robinson as well. And then cornerbacks, you have Joey Porter Jr., Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, Brandon Eccles. I think yesterday I said Nichols. I think accidentally. It's Eccles, Brandon Eccles. Then you got Corey Trice and Benny Bishop. Our cornerback room was actually pretty good. I like the versatility we have, because we could possibly see Jalen Ramsey being a cornerback, being maybe a slot guy, because he plays probably the best in the slot, or him or JPJ. They probably switch it around depending on the matchups maybe, or he can be a full-time safety. So we'll see what happens in the lineups they kind of do and mix and match them around. In safety, they have Julian Blackman, Deshaun Elliott, Juan Thornhill, and Miles Killebrew. Julian Blackman is all right. Deshaun Elliott, of course, we know is going to be a strong safety, and Juan Thornhill, free safety, should do a good job. Miles Killebrew is more of a special teamer in a sense. He don't really play as many snaps as safety as much, but we'll see. Special teams, they have Chris Boswell, of course, Cam Johnson, and Christian Kuntz. Okay, so yeah, they have all these individuals on the team, of course. So this is their projection behind the Steelers curtain, their projection for the 53-man roster. So we'll see what happens. The only thing I don't think is going to happen, I don't think Mark Cooper's gonna be there. I hope he is, but I don't know if he's gonna be there or not. The Steelers will probably got it done by now, but if they do, that'd be great. But moving on next to the next topic, I want to discuss the more rumors, of course. We got some more rumors happening. I'm gonna discuss that receiver rumor stuff in the future today. So be on the lookout for that video probably later today, maybe like at 5 o'clock or something. But the Steelers predicted it. They said to cut ties with Packers legend Aaron Rodgers for 13 touchdown unproven QB. I keep seeing that over and over. It's on for next season. Arch Manning. People keep thinking Arch Manning gonna be in the draft next year, and a lot of people keep saying that. I think Ryan Clark mentioned it on ESPN, saying that Aaron Rodgers joining the Steelers is actually worst case scenario for them because him being there would actually make them probably good enough, of course, to not be a team that can get a quarterback, a franchise guy next year. And in my opinion, you know, that possibly is true, of course. But this is why you play the game. You still play the game like that because, well, would you want to lose purposely to just, you know, to draft a guy and like to bring a guy in? I never want my team to be purposely losing or tanking like that or being a star team just so we can get a guy and hopefully stay our franchise. And plus, Arch Manning is not going to be, I think, in that draft next year. I don't think the Mannings do things like that where they just have him play. He really hasn't played a full season yet as a starter because Ewers was there the whole time like that. So you're going to have him just play one season full as a starter and then enter the draft. I think he's probably going to play 2 full seasons as a starter and then he'll enter the draft after. So we'll see how that goes. But the Steelers, of course, will be in the quarterback market next year, especially if Aaron Rodgers don't come back. I feel like if Aaron Rodgers have a big time year where the Steelers get to the AFC Championship game or something, or now they got the Super Bowl, that'd be great. But AFC Championship game, I think Aaron Rodgers will come back and the Steelers lost that game and say, okay, I'm gonna come back and try one more time. I think he probably will come back and see how to kind of end things better a little bit. But if the Steelers be first round exits, or if he win the Super Bowl, if we win the Super Bowl, he probably won't come back either because there's no better way to leave than retire with a Super Bowl. So I feel like that's a good scenario too. And I wouldn't mind that he won a Super Bowl and he retired. Then we won't have him anymore. But at least you got a Super Bowl, of course, out of it. So we'll see exactly what goes on and what happens. But it's gonna be a little interesting and a little crazy all around the place. But I'm very excited and pumped up to see what happens. There really not much topics to talk about right now because training camp is coming up. That's why I kind of split the video into 2, one right now and then one later. But I don't think Arch Manning is going to be our quarterback next season. But let me know what you guys think about everything that's going on, about the topics and stuff, of course, of the Steelers. And let me know what you're predicting about the, of course, roster projections as well. And the Steelers will bring a receiver in. I'm going to have a video discussing some receiver rumors later, so be on the lookout for that. But that's all I have for today's video. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.